Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 4th of December. Okay, so going live on YouTube once again, bit of a surprise go live on Friday, but here we go. Looking then through these markets and what we got coming out today. Firstly, in terms of what we got coming out today, then we've got non-farm payrolls basically. We've got the Canadian and UK version of the US version of the non-farm payrolls. These have been really moving the market very little of late because of the because the virus, it's meant high numbers of unemployment. The corrections that have been coming in month on month have been as would be expected, and it's not really a shocker. So it really is quite lower key data than it has been. We'll see how it works today, but for now, let's have a look at the technicals. Going to start off looking usual into the euro. Euro's been following the plan over the last couple of days. Wednesday we saw it retrace, fire up. Thursday we saw it retrace and then fire up. Unfortunately, it didn't really come back yesterday as far as I'd have liked. It came short of its daily pivot. The daily pivot was just a bit further down, didn't quite get down there. Today, well, we've already hit the daily pivot because of the consolidation through the Asian session here. It's really quite stuck. Now, it has or is suggesting it may have a bit more upside on this current move. It's just given us a little trigger of a bullish signal, but it's just leading into 8 o'clock. A bit wary today with non-farms coming out, whether we'll get the sort of volatility we've seen, and it may be worthwhile hanging in there for the afternoon, but we'll watch this carefully post 8 o'clock. But for now, any retracements have been pretty good buy-ins, but I'm watching this and I'm a little bit more cagey on it in terms of it's not done quite the same as what we've seen in the previous couple of days. So patience may be for the euro this morning. The pound, well, again yesterday, for those thinking it was all over, well, it doesn't seem to be all over. We're still waiting, as far as I can see, for more news on Brexit. France's ministers there stated this morning that they would veto any Brexit deal that seemed unsatisfactory. Well, I'm sure that would be the case for a lot of the side there, but France is trying to take this hard play. It'll be interesting to see what comes of it. But the time really must be getting towards crunch time there for these talks, and well, hopefully we'll see something come from them one way or the other. At least we know where we are then. At the moment, it's pretty much untradeable for me a lot of the time. There are some good technical moves, but there's lots of buts, and it's the risk that you take with it. It's a bit like the euro this morning in terms of this consolidation through the Asian session. Had a decent move up there yesterday, and carried on shoving up. It's looked okay from that point of view. At the moment, it's looking like it might have end up with a rollover at this stage, but it's ifs and buts on it. There's certainly not a clear move there. Okay, dollar yen. Dollar yen is running pretty well. Let's have a look in terms of going to dailies there. There we go. Yesterday, bearish pivot swing there. But it's come back to those prior lows there. I mean, horizontal support's much more important on this at the moment, it seems, and it's back into that support level. May struggle at those levels, and it's just consolidating where it is. Normally consolidation around the lows means we may have some more further lows, but again, it's just one that it's got an untouched daily pivot above. Maybe it'll get a push up there. It's triggered a bearish signal here, which could continue to the downside, but as I said, it's all a bit bitty this morning, and with non-farm payrolls coming out today, it might be a bit of a struggle. And it doesn't yield too many pips quite a lot of the time, or decent movement. It's quite shallow. Aussie dollar. Aussie had a good day again yesterday, pushing back up there. What we got laying in front of us today, well, it's had quite a nice retracement on this 4 hourly. It probably looks, it's sitting around its Daily pivot. It looks a bit cleaner. I mean, it could be a simple trend line break this morning. If it starts breaking through the trend of the highs there, that might be the better setup I've seen, or best setup so far. Would have to be post 8 o'clock, but I will watch that. If it does break later, that I might be in for a touch of that movement. There's not a lot of pips in it. It's looking back to the highs, but we've got the R1 above as well, and the way it's been moving, well, it's got some potential. Aside then, Canadian dollar, not one I day trade very much. It's can be quite choppy through our London session. Just looking again, another good day down yesterday. It's just really following this route. Bit of divergence where it's sitting on the 4 hourlies here, so it's got a bit of 4 hour divergence coming through there, and a bit of hourly divergence. Daily pivot above, it's a bit of a risk. Maybe if you wanted to trade part, it has a reasonable target back to that 28.87 area, but as I say, I'm not really into day trading it. I'd rather wait for it to get back to that area if I was looking at any swings. Talking of swings, I was talking about it yesterday, the Aussie New Zealand dollar. I was waiting to see if this pulled back to its monthly pivot. It's not there yet, but I am watching for this. It got back to its weekly pivot yesterday, tapped on the had a bit of a reaction, but I really want to see a bit more of a retracement in this, and I am looking on the short side on that. Okay, looking around the other markets then, S&Ps this morning. See where we are. I'll say this morning, but let's have a look. Just yesterday, really, it pitched into new high territory, made new high, just rolled a little bit. It's the momentum of this market. Sorry, I'll come back to that daily. The momentum of this market really is slowing down. The bars are sort of getting smaller and smaller here, but the momentum is just falling away. Probably not surprising as we move towards Christmas point, but and the very fact that there's no real control at the moment in the US, but we're just waiting for everything to be put in place. And well, I mean, as you can see, it's pretty much run sidewards with quite a bit of volatility since yesterday midday, so most through the session there. So as I said, it did make a new high, sold off that, but there we are. Okay, that's that. Lastly, oil. Oil's pushed on here. I missed the outcome of oil yesterday, but it certainly looks like a bit more positive here. Looks like the $50 may eventually be back on the table, but it is consolidating around this area here. It may just get back into this into these highs and react. Break of that 46.54 area, could see us, as I say, pushing towards $50. I wouldn't expect anything soon on that, but it has had some half decent moves over the last few days, and could come into, as I say, a $30, $40, $50, 50-cent move we could be getting. Okay, that's pretty much it for me this morning. I'm going to wrap it up there. Have a great day. Bye for now.